Hello, 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 hello. How fares? How goes? How is everybody doing? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Just kind of relaxed right now. Had lunch not too long ago. Let's see, close out of that, don't save that. Give this a moment to load up. And okay. Check this. Okay. Switch over to windowed game. How is everyone doing? Hope you're all doing swell. Load, load, wander, open. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, last time, yesterday night, went ahead and finished up just the basis of the park over there. I see that creeper. It's not a sneaky goober. But yeah. Finished the basis of the park, so that's done. And then I went ahead and started on the vaults down here. So today we're going to be continuing the vaults. And what these are, it's just storage for essentially like special items, right? Things of some actual interest to me. Okay. Clear my inventory out of any understacks that I've got on me. Gonna need TNT for this. Okay. Trying to think. So, we'll head down, I'll show off the vault. The only one that we've made so far. Basically, right, a while ago we built those storage towers on that side of the world. Tore down all but one when I decided, you know, having a full tower for every single item is kind of stupid. So, today, or not today, yesterday, I went ahead and started work on basically that again, but from here just down to bedrock, and it's going to be for specific items, right? Instead of being all for the same, or no, instead of like every item getting its own, hold guard, instead of every item getting its own vault, it'll only be for special ones. So that's what we've got the start of over here. Now, I'm trying to think. So in terms of how I wanted to, like, show off what item goes where, tear down these slabs. I was thinking about this a little bit more. Thinking about it a little bit more. I'm thinking if I want to have it be in here, the weight to tell. The only problem is it's hard to get, like, a direct look at that. Because this is item number 8. That's number 10. I think we'll stick with the slab method, honestly. So that'd be 8. This side gets the one there for 10. Okay. We'll keep it like that. Hello, rowers. How fares ye? How fares? Hope you're doing good. Take a quick sip of my drink. We're just going ahead and working more on these vaults that we started yesterday. Finished like a single floor of one of them to know what it would look like. But this is where we're going to be keeping our special little items, like our water and lava flowing blocks, things that'll transform later, like the source blocks, at least for things that'll be helpful to have. I'm not going to make a full vault for lava spawner blocks, just because of the whole, that's going to become wooden stairs, that's useless to me. But water spawner will get its own thing, because that becomes mob spawners. We'll do a separate place for bedrock. I want to dedicate a build specifically to housing all my bedrock. But this is just the start of it. Last night we kind of manually went out, dug out the whole room, and built it as we went. So today, we brought firepower. And this should hopefully make things go by just a little bit quicker than it did last time. Now, before I start with any of that, first and foremost, I need to get rid of this water up here. Can't quite jump into it. Okay. Hold up. Welcome to the sponge mines, rowers. The most cursed part of my entire world. Below the surface of my home is a whole lot of lacking structural integrity. Let's see. That's fine. I can climb up here like that. I need to get rid of more of this water. Also, does the water, like... Oh, that's probably why I could access it from that one bit. It, like, kind of clips outside of the block. Notch, what are you doing with your water hitboxes? I guess it, like, clips on particular sides? I mean, visually at least. Once you stand up next to it, it's not letting me swim. I don't know why it did in that one spot. Huh. Okay. Regardless, what was I saying? The sponge mines. This is just the result of creepers repeatedly blowing up my lawn back in Classic, and spreading a metric ton of water at that point, because that's just how that worked. So now it's kind of making a mess. It's so sad I wasn't able to save in-dev items just because of how I converted to imp-dev. Oh. Like, couldn't even have things in chests, or... Thought I was done placing sponges down here. But you're never really done. You're never really done. Like, this water just kind of keeps expanding. I'm missing you, sponge. Rest in peace. Ow. The understacked gold armor was a good play. It's like keeping me relatively constant in terms of protection as I take damage. Okay. So, how do I want to do this? I was gonna, like, go ahead and blow up a spot and just see how much terrain it goes ahead and breaks. I think that's what I was gonna start with. So this little 3x3 area I'm expecting to go. Yeah, that's a pretty clean 3x3. Merge different in-dev islands and the converter could not convert items in the chest. Yeah, whenever I was like expanding my in-dev world, right? Whenever I was expanding this to have, now it's like 6 total spots. So for the first 3, I didn't have to do anything fancy, right? Just because I was putting the plain terrain onto there. But for 2 of them, I had gone ahead and like gotten items in chests on the farthest 2 parts. Like, I could probably go over and find the chests if I was looking, because I left them there. But the 2 worlds I added to get flowing water and lava, and then the fire item, they have chests over there. But this uses, like, some really weird mathed out coordinate system instead of just saying, hey, this tile entity is at this XYZ. So I had to, like, do some silly math to actually get the chest to keep its contents and not crash the game when I opened it. Thanks, Notch. Thanks, Notch. Okay. So let's think of how we want to do the staircase, right? Thinking of either a... well, I'm gonna do a spiral staircase. Thinking of doing slabs for it? As Notch intended. Oh boy. What a goober. What a goober. Okay, we'll take the obsidian out. And then, as far as what's after that... I'm trying to think, because these vaults are going to go all the way down to bedrock, right? And the end goal is to fill up every single chest inside of each one of the vaults. I only have 1 right now. Fill every chest in there, every single double chest on every floor that will be here, with the item that I am storing in each vault. So, for example, this one will be here down of water. Now, of flowing water. The whole reason I have it set up like this, like the whole reason I'm even storing flowing water, is because I'm on the copium that one day we get it back as an item. Otherwise I wouldn't have this big of a thing. I am desperately placing bets that whenever we get the... I don't want that to be too tall. 1 is fine. Whenever we inevitably get data-driven blocks one day, I'm hoping that brings back things like the fire and the water as blocks. I'm hoping that if we get data-driven blocks, we just have everything automatically get an item. That's my hope. It's the only way I see us ever getting these tile things back. So that every tile automatically can correspond to a block just to make implementation of things through data easier. That's the hope. Okay. So what was I doing? Working on this. We're gonna go ahead, just dig down, and then I'm going to make a sort of... I'm gonna blow up the ground. I'm just gonna blow up a big ass hole. It's the current plan. Current plan. It's a good plan. Never seen a better one. Okay. I gotta kind of like work around this broken terrain. If they were to data drive blocks, they'd also data drive items because block items exist. Like, they've been doing a lot of data-driven item stuff. Like, what I'm kind of saying is, like, if they dedicate to doing data-driven blocks, I'm just hoping that we get the fire and water stuff back. kind of the out there hope. Okay, so let's go ahead and like dig down, have there be a little bit of a buffer space between there and the glass. Just like dig out a border of where we're going to be doing explosions. Berry bush, for example, berry bush, I think doors are technically considered an item. Either doors or saplings. But then you place it and it becomes a block. But then technically, like, in these early days, you could get... Like, they would have their own block ID just because of how it worked. I saw it and I'm electing to ignore that it exists. I'm electing to ignore it. No one needs to give that any more attention than it's due. Literally just Candy Crush. Wild. Absolutely insane. Okay, I don't know how much of a buffer I need. I think like a 2 block should work, but I'm not sure. I just need to make sure that, like, this isn't breaking all the chests up top. The glass, I'm fine if it pokes a couple of holes in it, but I'd rather it not do much to the other things. Okay. Not as if it can, like, reach up there in some of these other spots. I'm just gonna kind of plug the hole with crap ton of TNT. Will work wonders, I'm sure. Because I'm not about to dig out every single one of these vaults, right? I dug out the first one entirely by hand, just for the sake of, like, going ahead and building this in real time. Figuring out how I wanted it to look, because I didn't really know at first. Now I know. Now I have a proper idea, so I don't need to worry about anything silly. Okay. That's good. This is the segment. Break my ankles, why don't I? Gotta go, have a good stream, bye. Take care, rowers. Fare thee well. Also, our little staircase all the way down to bedrock has been intercepted, which is a little bit sad. We'll need to figure out a new thing. I think, like, obviously we need to store the bedrock down at bedrock, right? That's just a given. That's just a given. I'm thinking of, like, building a block of bedrock down at bedrock in, like, a big old mined out chunk of the world. And that'll just be where I keep all the bedrock. It'll be great. It'll be swell. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. It'd make me hate myself for making that voice. Okay. Okay. This 2-block tall little buffer zone should be more than enough. I'm not certain, but we're gonna hope. I just need to bring this all the way down to bedrock. Now, the other concern is that Y1 always gets replaced with lava upon reset. So I am going to be making a giant lava lake if I don't make certain that that's, like, properly filled in. I also need to account for the fact that any blocks I placed there that aren't, you know, being covered by another thing are going to get swapped with lava. So it's just going to be a very janky thing doing any large build or large width, length, large area, that's the word I'm looking for, build down there. Waiting for the light to come back so I can see. Would be lovely. It would be so awesome. Here, while I wait for that, I'm going to take a sip of my drink. A little bottle of Sprite. Carbonation. Gotta get the carbs. Okay. Like, nearly barely kinda see. I know that, like, light settings aren't a thing yet, right? Yeah. No brightness option. Okay. That's good. It's more than enough of a buffer. Why is the spam upset? Why is the spam upset, Fluff? Have you considered, you know, asking the spam about its day? Maybe that's why the spam is upset. We're gonna save the game. Just dig all the way down, and we're gonna see what this ends up entailing. Remember, kids, dig straight down until you hit the bedrock. Trust. Don't be upset, spam. You'll be a delicious meal. That's probably why it's upset. If I had to take a wild guess. Okay, let's see what the results of this end up being. In fact, I'll even go ahead and, like, cover it up just so it doesn't demolish the glass. Okay. So it's kind of what I expected. It's more or less what I was kind of expecting to happen. So, back to here. And we're not going to fill it up all the way. We're going to fill it up. We could also light the bottom of it. It should be happy about that. So we'll fill it up to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, halfway. Okay. And how far up did that go? Not particularly far? Okay. I'm thinking about how I want to do this. I mean, it didn't, like, get up here, which is fine. This kind of expands into here. And this whole area. Okay. So, like, kind of packing it with TNT just makes a massive crater. Right? I can do more controlled charges if I do them one at a time. So instead of, like, blowing up a whole chain right down to bedrock, I instead go ahead and just, like, do one-off parts to kind of keep it that controlled 3x3 space. Do I have a sponge? Yes, I do. Okay. I'm trying to think of, like, what is both the laziest and also, like, least destructive way of doing this semi-quickly. Okay. So we load up each of our charges. Run on over here. Wait for each of them to activate. I thought it had already gone off and like just failed to do anything. Whoops. Okay, so that kind of 3-block buffer, or that 2-block buffer wasn't enough. Which is fine. Just gonna have a bit of repairing that we need to do up top. Can I not reach down there to do that? It's fine. We're learning. This is also only an issue for this vault because we've already built stuff, and this just won't be a problem on any of the others because there's nothing that we have to like be careful not to break except for, I guess, our own house. But even that's like, just don't be stupid, I think. It's fine. Okay. Light the charges, run the hell away, and start over here. Oh, there's lava there. Okay. Run on over here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to repair the floor up top. Alright, lava's draining, which is good. And also, this is for the most part, like, recognizable in terms of where I set out the border of it. I'll go ahead and repair it once I'm done with the explosives. Because I don't want to risk having to try and fix it up again. It's good. Okay. Let's go ahead and smooth things out as much as we can. See the lava lakes down here. Open up the floodgates just a tad, let it drain out. It's a very interesting, like, physics thing that he's got going on. How it all drains down to the one point. I don't know how it's, like, coded, but it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Okay. This is fine. Okay, so this level... We're running very, very low on pickaxes as well. I mean, we're kind of in a perfect spot, actually, to do an understack. Hold up. Three. Okay. Put that there. Go ahead and drop a bunch of this cobble as well. Clean up my inventory. And we'll do an axe as well. Just to kind of bump that back up. Okay. And then... do an arrow. Just to finish it. Okay. It's good. should blow that up. And go ahead and dump a little bit of stuff down there just so I don't accidentally break the understack if I move down there. Fill up my inventory with arrows. Not the whole inventory, but 3 slots ought to be more than enough. There's weird lava physics going down there. I can see it in the very bottom of my screen. There's 1 stack. 2 stacks. And 3. What's going on down there? Can never understand these physics. Okay. Now need to get negative 129, I believe, is the number. 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 100, 10, 20, 129. Do this with the axe as well, and then that'll be our overstacks replenished. We'll be good to go. I'm trying to like butterfly click this. There we go. Save the game. Load the game. And 127. Let's go. So now we're good in that regard again. Okay. Continue flattening this out just to make the charges go off a bit more evenly this time. I don't have to worry about anything reaching the floor again. At least I don't think. This is going to go ahead and just fill the ground with lava. Surprised that that slab is there fine. It's such weird bedrock mechanics. I really don't understand it. I feel like there's a way to somehow abuse it and fall through the ground. Probably not, but I feel like if there was, it would be known by now. It's the thing. But who am I to know? I can't say that for a fact. I also believe that void death isn't a thing. Like, I'm pretty sure you just fall, and then you're just kind of screwed. Okay. Set our charges. Two. Come over this way. 2. 2. 2. Okay. Oh. Oh, I broke my TNT understack. Oops. Whoopsies. Oh, that wasn't intentional. It's fine, it'll fall back into place. Okay. Run away. Come Come on. There we go. Did that break any more up here? Don't think so. It might have. I wouldn't really be able to tell. Rip. Okay. Go. 1, 2. Torch. If this feels a little bit random in terms of placement, that's because this whole area is a mess. This is still faster than mining it out by hand, at least. This will go by a lot quicker once I'm, like, actually in a spot to just kind of nuke the whole area. I just can't do that safely here because I've got the rest of the vault above it, and I don't want to rebuild it entirely from scratch. Okay. Over here. Don't fall into the tiny pit of lava. Don't fall into the tiny pits of lava. Phantasap. Wouldn't be good, wouldn't be swell. I am a little bit worried that I somehow, like, destabilized the sponge mine and just let loose a flood down here. Because that's very much in the realm of possibility. Very much so. Okay. Set the last couple of charges over here. Wahoo! It's interesting that the fire seems to take over the block the TNT was on, even if it's, like, not a block that can normally burn. Okay. Yeah, you see down there? That's the crap I don't want to deal with. That is the very... Like, where that torch is, that's as low as I can go. Any blocks above that point will prevent things from getting all silly. So, like, where that torch is, it will make everything below it get replaced with bedrock whenever the world gets regenerated. But if there's air above it, then it just becomes lava on world regen. I could not begin to say why it's made like this, but oh well. Okay. It's good. Whole area's a mess. I think I really just need to fix the floor up there once I'm done down here. Everything else seems mostly fine. 2, 1, 2. And now things have smoothened out enough that I can more or less do this the way I wanted to. That just starts to get into where the lava is. Don't really want to screw with that. Okay. It's also odd that this kind of feels like it gets to this side just fine. I guess this does go a little bit past. Okay. Alright. Which honestly is probably the play. Because, like, any mining that I don't have to do is good. Which you can imagine is why this came over to here. No! Fall in a hole. Hole is fallen. Okay. Good. Plant all the charges. I feel like there's no area that I'm going to be able to stand in that's not going to get nuked with this bit. Got a very flattened out area for this. Okay. Oh, it's chasing me. Oh, it's chasing. Oh, it's chasing. Oh, it's on the move. I'm taking damage. Okay. I'll wait for this area to light itself back up a little bit. Go ahead and deal with this bit of ground. Pretty close to the level I'm trying to get to. Sorry, is that stone down there? Wait. Oh, that's fine, though. Bedrock is nothing of note in that spot. Okay. Thought I found something neat, but I didn't. Okay. So yeah, honestly, this level is what I can get to, so I don't even need to do any more exploding. Okay. So this goes all the way down to where I need it to go. So I guess now the question is, how do I want to make each floor of the vault look? Because I kind of want to just have it be chests going all the way down, right? But not entirely sure on if that'll work the way I want. Can do that for now. We can just kind of pillar up for the time being. The water's going to be acting very silly over there. Oops. What? Oh. Ow. This stair setup is going to hurt my brain. Gonna hurt my brain. That's what it's gonna do. Because, yeah, the solid blocks are on the edges. Okay. This is how I do it. No? Break that. And then we're back up here. Okay. It's good. Okay. Trying to, like, think of how to even go about fixing the ground up here. Fixing the glass. Let's go ahead and grab our understacks once more. For the glass and for the mossy cobble. Assuming we have much left. And for the iron. Iron is one that I need. Okay. Glass, mossy cobble, iron, obsidian I have on me. Chest understack. TNT can go into its chest. Mossy cobble. Anything else? Glass, obsidian, mossy cobble, chest, iron. Okay. You were in my house, you were in my way, and that costed you your life, Buck. Didn't have to worry about that. Shouldn't have been stupid. Shouldn't have been stupid. Would have fixed all your problems. All your problems would have gone away. The sponge can go... I want to keep the sponges on me. Be smart. Okay. Coal up here. Gold ore. Don't need iron on me. Slabs. We'll hold on to for the time being. Okay, and dirt can go into its chest. Okay. Inventory is fine. Inventory is good. So I guess now we just kind of continue working the vault downwards. I don't exactly know how I want each floor to look, how tall I want them all to be, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Okay. First, we're gonna just kind of drop down here, I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and work a bit on the staircase upwards. Can break a good bit of this cobble. And now I can just do the rest of this from the floor. Okay. Kind of take advantage of the silly slab mechanics when I can't reach them. Okay. So that's a way up and down the vault. Good. Next up, let's go ahead and start working on these iron walls. Come on. Can I place crap? There we go. That was weird. Oh. It's in the wrong spot. Oops. Okay. Now, if I could make out, like, any of the things that I'm looking at over here, it'd be great. But I think part of how this is just kind of like broken obsidian as well as glass. Not just broken glass. Like that spot right there. Okay. Ow. So yeah, I want to fix up this bit of terrain before I do too much. Fix up the floor. I don't know why I'm calling it terrain. There's a sheep down there and that gave me a heart attack. Okay. Okay. I think the obsidian behind those chests got damaged as well. I want to say over here is good. It's good there. This is as far as we'll go this way for now until we get more of the stuff fixed up. That was nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten over there fixed. Okay. So let's go ahead, drop down here. Go on up. Ow. Because we have like that layer of obsidian separating the floor. Which I don't even know if it's going to be properly visible whenever this is done. Okay. Kind of just build that up to the top. Fall off. Why don't I? Need one more thing of obsidian there. Those ones are good. Those ones are good. Over here. This is the corner that took the most damage. Okay. Way too close. Alright. That good? That's good. That doesn't need to be there. I'll work out the floor and like where this actually ends in a little bit. Okay. to get over here as well. Oh. That chunk of ground, and then we can fix the rest of the top floor. Okay. I don't know what I want the bottom to be made out of. Iron could work. Could, like, mark that it's going into the bedrock by using bedrock for the floor and have my own. But I kind of don't want to do any mass bedrock placing just in case that's something I don't like the look of. Okay. So right here. Good. Okay. Oh, I fucked that part up, didn't I? Okay. Good. That can stay, I wanna say. I don't think I need to worry about that, because it's just gonna get covered by the obsidian pillar. So I could almost just make a wall going all the way around. Maybe it'd be a little bit inefficient, but I wouldn't have to think about the exact specifics of how, like, every bit works out. Because everything that's going to not be that wall is going to get covered by obsidian. Let's see, this part can go right, yeah. This area right here. And the reason I came up here right this second is to get up this, and kind of mine things out from the top. Just keep digging out this wall. Okay. Don't confuse yourself. It's already kind of coming together now that just the whole space is cleared out, which is making me feel a lot more sane about doing the rest of the vaults, because it really will just kind of be packing a space full of explosives and lighting the whole thing up. Should make life go by quite a bit quicker. Quite a bit quicker. Now, as for this area, not too sure how I want to do it. Personally, I think I should just handle it like all the rest of the spots. But we'll see how that actually plays out. Okay. And I don't even need to break the ones I used to get that last bit. Because it'll all just get covered. Okay. Good, 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 good. Ow. I am going to be breaking a lot of my pieces of armor. That's fine. It's not really a huge concern. Don't need to worry about placement mistakes either. Ow. Okay. 4. Right? Okay. Let me go ahead and do the pillars as well. Just so that way you can have a place to put light. Cobble. That was an accident. Oops. My mouse wheel is not happy. Holy crap. Like, feeling it violently being an absolute goober. I also don't have access to my keybinds, which hurts me. Hurts me deeply. Okay. Bonked my head on something. Don't like that. Good. This whole area is a bit of a mess. Here. How do I want to handle this? Good. Okay. And then this wall. Like, half of this junk is going to be replaced with lava relatively shortly. That's fine. Honestly, I could just do the lava floors for the thing. But not too sure. Okay, that's all the iron placed. For now, I'm just gonna cover this pit up with some iron. This is most likely not going to be the final floor, like what it looks like, but need something there so I can do this relatively safely. Good. Hello, zombie. Okay, hold up. How did you get down here? Where did you come from? You didn't spawn down here, did you? Did you? No. I don't think so. Okay. Trying to think of like how this would even be laid out. And come to one of these segments that are already mostly done. Just kind of pillar over with some glass. I don't think this is going to be where the floor is, but I need to get some chests down for reference. Okay. Good. 2, 3. And then I think that's about how many I want per floor. So let's just go ahead and bring these chests all the way down. Oh, that works phenomenally. Holy crap. That lines up perfectly with the ground. Because this is the lowest block that I can actually do stuff with. That works phenomenally. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess the obvious answer is just have 2 of those on each floor. Okay, so let's go ahead, start lighting things up then, because that gives me a perfect reference point to work with. And then to kind of like represent where the floors change, we then do the obsidian back here. Okay. Thought I could reach that. Huh. Okay, hold up. We'll need to not put chests down on any of the other spots yet until I get the crap in here. Because I can already tell that that's going to get annoying if I have chests all already down. But that's pretty much how that plays out. Get the torches down here. Okay. And then I can also just come up here since I finished fixing up the edges. There we go. I don't know quite how long I want to go for. Like, I'm fairly low energy today. I'm not sure. Not sure. I'm not really feeling a long stream today. I was going for quite some time yesterday, but I also don't know what I want to do. Nothing comes to mind in particular. Okay, top floor's good again. And these other floors are a work in progress. I mean, I don't hate the iron floor. I definitely don't hate it. That is for sure. Okay. Gonna hop from pillar to pillar and bring them all up to speed. One, two, three. Use space to jump. Come on, three. Three. Good. 2, 3. 2, 3. Did I miss I missed a piece of glass. Oops. It's not like you would have seen it in that spot, but that's fine. Fix it anyway. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And block of cobble. Go. So that's all the pillars done. So all I have to do on the middle floor is get the glass down. Glass and the bits of wall obsidian. Mob damage noises. Don't love that, don't love that. It's great that they're dying, but not great that I'm hearing them, because that means they are around. Just be on guard, I guess. Be on guard. It's good. Then let's go around here, break these bits of iron. I think I'm just gonna finish this first vault in its entirety for the stream. I don't need to break that one since I'm doing it slightly different. I'm gonna finish this vault in its entirety so that I have just my blueprint frame of reference for the other ones. And then I'm probably gonna end stream since I'm kind of like overheating. Don't have a ton of energy. I don't think I'm sick, but I'm just kind of progressively not feeling it. If that makes sense. That makes sense. I think I'm relaxed, but oh no. I love this glitch. Spamming a right click while mining. Okay. Might go play on my 3DS or something. Lie down in bed with the fan on. Currently sounding pretty good, honestly. No! Wrong. Incorrect. Bad. Okay. Always love putting that in the wrong spot. What a fun block to work with. Yeah, it can get like stuck on the edge of it. I wonder if a player can do that. It's like normally the behavior is, oh, it gets pushed out, but it's just kind of hanging on the edge. It'd be interesting if there's a way to like force the player into that state. Some cursed wall jump type tech. Okay. Now going off of how these ones are set up, we do this. It's already good up there. That's good up there. I guess that would go there. Okay. So there's like a very particular way I need to do this part. There we go. That works. should... Now, what do I want to have below these bottom chests? Because while they're solid blocks right now, they won't be forever. So I'm thinking do obsidian down here. Okay. And then we'll just put obsidian into each one of these gaps so that the chests will eventually visibly be on top of it. No! Wrong. Wrong spot. It's not where you went. I'll fix you in a moment. Doing all these ones first before I get stuck breaking that for 10 hours. Okay. I want to say this pickaxe has almost exclusively been used for fixing mistakes where I misplace obsidian. Like, I've been actively avoiding damaging it. Spam right click for the sillies. Okay. How do I feel about the iron floor? I think it's an interesting visual effect. Plus, you won't see most of the iron along the walls because of all the chests. So I do think we'll go with the iron floor. Just fully cement the metal vault vibe. Let me through! Let me through! I also want to do something around the stairs, but I'm not sure what. I think obsidian would probably be the play. Just kind of rim each of the floor points with it. So I'm kind of thinking... Okay, hold up. Hold up. Break you. We do iron in the immediate surroundings of that. Just to match up with the fact that, like, normally it's air, right? So it's really... I'm not going to be doing obsidian in these spots on the other floors. Like where I put that one. Mining away. Can't see me. Mining the block. It's gone. The block's gone. It's all gone. So we do this instead. Yeah, that'll work. And then we do that sort of obsidian rim on each floor instead of it being just glass directly into the staircase. To kind of separate the staircase even more. Fall down. Honestly, I'm kind of... Damn it. I'm kind of liking this. Like, just the contrast between this nice little wooden house, cutesy up on the top of the thing. You go down, you have a pretty standard storage room, and then just this hallway of big iron canisters full of things that you were never supposed to have. It's gonna be very fun. Should I extend this going all the way up, actually? Like, maybe not the staircase itself, but the pillar? That makes sense, given that we have that little pokey bit in the center. So just kind of have like a line going up. I'm feeling it. If we're not feeling it, then we're going to be in a very painful spot. I should have saved before doing this, just in case, but... I think that works, and then we go ahead and use this as a sort of central light source. We can probably keep it going upwards. How do we feel about that spacing? No. Not really a way of doing even spacing, so I think just have it be 2 blocks there to kind of fill in the space a little bit better. And then that one up there, break it. Okay. Look at that. Okay. Can work with that. We have the little rim around each one of these. We can just head on all the way down. Okay. So the stairway is done. We just need to finish mining everything out, do the floor. Now, you could also do some funny stuff with, like, the obsidian at the bottom. That one I'm a little bit more on edge about. I think it'll be nice to just keep it simplistic. Instead of trying to do, like, weird obsidian lines for some trim on the floor that doesn't need to be there. I think just having the obsidian at the edge, the obsidian in the center, and then the iron between will be perfectly fine. It'll look nice enough. Good. And then start filling things in. Okay. That's good. Feels a little bit empty right this second, but now I just need to put the chests in. No, it's not what I want to put there. I mean, here's the thing, right? I could do it. I could go ahead and have these chests, even filling that up. But also, A, I can't open the one that's beneath that obsidian, and B, I kind of want to do something different there. I just don't know what yet. I'm simply unsure. I say that and then immediately proceed to accidentally place things in the middle on every single one. Brother. Need to put the glass down here as well. I could use chests for a wall at some point. Just given the whole being able to place them on top of each other and it kind of having like that funny texture. Could probably find some way to take advantage of that visually. Okay. So now we have 15 bajillion chests down here. And all of these are going to be for one item. All of this is for the water. And so we'll do this for everything else that we think deserves a full-on vault. And then carry on from there, I guess. If there's ever a project that we need like 15 bajillion mob spawners for, then that will be how we're storing that until then. It's good. Oh, I missed a single block of iron up there. Oops. Oops. Whoops. You need to put the CD in the computer. Whoops. And the glass will let me open all the ones on each floor. This worked out genuinely perfectly. There's the 5 there. Is it that tall on this floor, or is it a little bit taller? No, it's that tall on this floor. This just worked out actually genuinely perfect. Holy crap. This had no reason to work out, like, spacing-wise as good as it did. But it didn't have to be silly down at the bottom floor or anything like that, no. The lowest block that I can place lines up perfectly with this working. Lowest block I can place and not have it get overwritten on world load. We'll even go ahead and like reload the world just to make certain, but I think we're in a good spot. This is going to cause so much lag at some point in the future, I can already tell. I don't know when that point will be, but our storage situation is going to be wild. Right. So that is the first vault done. Let's go ahead and get a screenshot of this. Send this to Pix08. Alright. We're gonna save the game. Okay, that was a sheep. I heard the sounds, and I got very scared for a moment. Okay. I'm gonna save the game. Good. Gonna load the game. And yep, the floor stays perfectly intact. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So that is the first one done. Let me think, how many of these am I gonna want? So I'm looking at blocks that'll be like worth keeping out of what I have, right? Obviously the flowing water and stationary lava, so that's, or flowing of both. So it's 2 vaults. Let's go to infodev. Infodev data values. No, that is just pre-flattening. I'm on the right page. Okay. So lapis ore and lapis block are going to be ones that I want to have. So the red and orange cloth respectively. Dispenser and note block will be funny to have. Although, not really anything of too much note. Like lapis ore is something that I just can't get for a while. all those other ones. Not sure. Now, the bed, I can get a bed as a block versus a bed as an item, which will be one that I want to have. So lapis ore, bed as an item. That's spring green cloth. Cobweb. Cobweb and tall grass are going to be ones that I want to have. So it's 2 more. Because I won't have access to tall grass for quite some time, I don't think. Let me check this. Unobtainable by normal means. Yeah, there'll be like a little amount of time where I can't get it, which would be funny, but it's such a short amount of time that it's not something that really catches my interest. What about Cobweb? How long is Cobweb unobtainable? I mean, even if it's unobtainable for not too long. Okay, yeah, Cobweb is something that I definitely want to have a vault for. You aren't able to get it until release 1.4.6 with Silk Touch Shears. So whatever Cobweb I get now, it's going to be all that I've got for the foreseeable future. Grass is only going to be like that for a little bit. Dead bush. Dead bush vault could end up being funny. Can now be obtained using shears in beta 1.2.1. It's a pretty long time where we won't have dead bushes, so. Ah. Okay. So dead bushes are on the list. So lapis ore, bed, web, dead bush, piston head, and piston extension are both pretty funny. Like, those are ones that I'm definitely going to want to have access to. And then past that, the only one that I'll actually be able to make a vault for down here will be fire. Okay. So we won't have a metric ton of these. That's good to know. It will take quite a bit of time to build these and fill them all in, but it will be worth it. This is going to be one of the bigger projects on the world. Okay. Saving. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get off for the day. Hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your night. See y'all next time. Goodbye.